Hey, Waffle Crew! I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm Mark, and today we're diving into some fresh Reddit tales. If you enjoy a good Reddit story, consider giving a thumbs up, subscribing, and maybe ringing that notification bell. Let's jump into our first tale. Much love, everyone. Our first story comes from a big sack of cheese, who asked if they're wrong for refusing to wear body makeup for a friend's wedding. My close friend recently got engaged and asked me to be her maid of honor. I'm overjoyed for her and deeply honored by her request. But there's a catch. She wants me to cover my psoriasis with body makeup. I can't comply with this. Not only is it impractical, but any makeup strong enough to conceal my condition would worsen it, making my life unbearable. To clarify, my psoriasis is well managed. I'm not scaly, my skin is just very red. It affects 80% of one forearm, 20% of the other, both elbows, and I have significant patches on my calves, knees, and nearly all of one foot's top. I maintain it with gentle manual exfoliation and a moisturizer that controls dryness and excess skin. I apply the moisturizer multiple times daily, which I couldn't do if I wore makeup. I explained this to her, noting that she's aware I must be cautious with products. Still, she's upset with me. She wants stunning photos where everyone looks flawless and confident, which hurt me deeply. I'm comfortable and confident in my skin. Sure, people sometimes stare, but I can't control that. Most assume I've had a bad accident, like a motorcycle crash. I've reached a point where I don't mind and often forget it's noticeable. I know she doesn't want my condition visible in her photos. I pointed this out, and she took offense. I suggested wearing long sleeves or a skirt, but she's set on a strapless midi-length dress, and a shawl won't do. Things escalated, and she got angry, saying I either wear the makeup or don't come at all. I told her she could have me as I am or not at all and walked away. She's now giving me the silent treatment, but told her fiancé I agreed to the role. A commenter asked what many might wonder. Why are you friends with her? OP responded saying they've been friends forever and this issue never arose before. Usually their friendship is strong and disagreements are rare and handled with mutual understanding. OP added that this behavior is out of character for her friend, who's typically kind, empathetic, and fun without mocking others. They've supported each other through tough times, and past issues were always resolved with care. This feels completely unlike her. Another commenter said, OP isn't wrong, noting that psoriasis flare-ups can be painful and debilitating. Since the friend knows about OP's condition and routine, she shouldn't expect OP to risk their health for photos. OP offered compromises like covering up, but the friend dismissed them. OP replied, confirming it took years to find a routine that keeps their condition stable. The friend saw OP at their worst and was always supportive until now. OP doesn't want to miss the wedding but can't handle a flare-up's physical or emotional toll. Another person with psoriasis suggested seeing a doctor, as manual exfoliation and frequent moisturizing, while helpful, might not be the best approach. They recommended a topical steroid like triamcinolone acetonide, which controls their own psoriasis. They advised OP to stand firm, saying they can't wear makeup and that the friend should accept them as is or exclude them. OP thanked them, admitting they might need a new dermatologist. Past steroid creams thinned their skin, causing it to break easily, even during gentle play with their dog or minor bumps. Their current dermatologist downplayed their condition and ruled out some medications due to liver concerns. Stories like this often make me wonder, what's behind the sudden change? Is it just wedding stress? Is someone else influencing her? It's heartbreaking that a friend who knows OP's struggles would say such things. I admire OP's confidence in their skin. A true friend should celebrate that, not demand they hide it for aesthetics. OP provided an update, thanking everyone for their support. They expected criticism, but were touched by the encouragement and suggestions to seek better treatment for their health, not just appearance. They felt foolish for not considering photo editing as a solution, as they were too shocked by their friend's reaction. After crying over the thought of losing a 30-year friendship, OP planned to call their friend, but was contacted by the fiancé instead. He thanked OP for accepting the role and mentioned his family would cover bridal shower costs and reimburse makeup expenses, which seemed odd. OP clarified they hadn't accepted and shared the ultimatum. The fiancé was stunned, unaware of the situation, as OP downplays their condition. After their call, the friend called back, tearful and apologetic. She revealed her future mother-in-law and sister-in-law had been criticizing her for months, pressuring her to be perfect and claiming OP's psoriasis would ruin the wedding, making guests uncomfortable. They even threatened to cancel the event if OP attended without covering up. The friend admitted she was manipulated, and her fiancé, unaware of this, was furious on OP's behalf. She insisted she couldn't imagine the day without OP and felt awful. OP is hurt, but believes the apology, hoping they can move forward. In another comment, OP summarized that the friend was pressured by her in-laws, who ran a campaign against OP. While hurt, OP trusts the apology and plans to seek better psoriasis treatment with a new dermatologist and rheumatologist. What do you think of this situation? How would you handle it? Could you forgive the friend? Share your thoughts below, and let's move to the next story. Our next tale comes from Lovely Lane, who wonders if they're overreacting about a friend's breakdown at their engagement party. I have a friend of 10 years, let's call her M, whom I asked to be my day of wedding coordinator. As a wedding planner myself, I needed someone trustworthy to manage the schedule. M is a top-tier wedding planner in New York City, so she seemed perfect. She was excited to help. For 8 months, we met occasionally over coffee to discuss plans, and it felt ideal. At my engagement party, hosted by my maid of honor and planned by my bridesmaids, everything was flawless, pure magic. But an hour before it ended, M suddenly broke down in tears, saying she remembered it was the anniversary of a traumatic event, triggering a panic attack. I was worried and wanted to support her privately. I sat with her after my maid of honor comforted her, and we cried together as I helped her through it. She said she'd rejoin the party but left after a bathroom trip without telling anyone. We texted her, giving her space. The next morning, I got a voicemail from M, saying she was quitting as coordinator because she felt unsupported and betrayed during her crisis. She thought the party should have stopped to focus on cheering her up and felt unappreciated for planning it. I was stunned, especially since my bridesmaids planned the party, not M. I apologized, saying I tried my best to comfort her, but she dismissed it as excuses. I'm reeling from this. The party was meant to be a joyful milestone, but now it's overshadowed by pain. With 6 months until the wedding and many details unresolved, I feel heartbroken. Am I overreacting? A commenter said a professional wedding planner should know celebrations continue despite personal feelings. Trying to steal focus from the engagement party suggests deeper issues. A conversation might be worth it given her past reliability, but cutting ties could reduce stress. OP thanked them, feeling guilty for focusing on their own event, but worried about a repeat on the wedding day. Another commenter suggested M might be jealous that others planned a successful party, redirecting her frustration at OP. Stopping the party for her would have been awkward, and a rational person would have left quietly. OP hadn't considered jealousy, but noted M's odd comments, like subtle complaints about the party's success. They wondered if they should be honest with M, who demanded an apology but left OP blindsided. Another commenter questioned how M forgot the traumatic event's date, despite months of planning. They argued OP shouldn't have to halt their celebration for something M didn't mention earlier. OP clarified that M shared the traumatic story days before, but didn't connect it to the party date. OP wouldn't have moved the party, but would have understood if M couldn't attend. Regarding payment, OP planned to cover M's travel and lodging costs, though M offered her services as a gift. OP insisted on covering expenses, as M's role was to execute the schedule, not plan the wedding. OP now believes M can't be trusted, especially after this incident. In an update, OP shared that M, after weeks of reflection, admitted she was selfish and mistreated OP. OP suspects their maid of honor spoke to M left voicemails requesting a face-to-face apology, but OP is hesitant, fearing a manipulative conversation. They prefer a written apology to avoid being cornered. OP is unsure about continuing the friendship, as they wouldn't invite M to the wedding, regardless of guest list size. In a second update, OP clarified they haven't accepted an apology, as none was given in M's voicemail. M is permanently out as coordinator, and OP informed her they don't wish to speak but will accept a written letter without engaging in debate. Later, OP received an email from M, angry about being unfollowed on social media and dismissing OP's concerns. OP sees no path forward and plans to move on. A commenter suggested texting M to acknowledge her messages but focus on wedding planning, noting M's main character syndrome. If M persists, OP could block her until after the wedding. OP agreed, reflecting on past friendships where they felt guilty despite being wronged. Another commenter advised ensuring M can't access the wedding venue, but OP noted M lives far away. Another said OP's fear of being bullied shows M isn't trustworthy. A written exchange allows M to be thoughtful and OP to avoid manipulation. OP appreciated this, avoiding sugarcoating but remaining polite while awaiting M's letter. They suspect M's jealousy over the party's success caused the drama, adding stress instead of reducing it. What's your take on this? How would you handle it? Share your thoughts below. A huge thank you for joining today, engaging with these stories and showing your support. Your time means everything to me. See you in the next one. Take care, and much love.